So this is just a really quick video and an update. So apologies, there is mess in this room. This is our third bedroom and spare room as spare storage, as well as my games room, and it's one of those things. I have done a little bit of updating and just adding to the space. So first of all, this is Game Boy 3DS and DS now. So I felt like this was a really console that was quite dear to me and had a lot of sentimental value, plus also nostalgia for me. So I felt like it wasn't getting the recognition that it should have done, basically shoved in the corner over there. So I've moved it out of the corner and a bit more on display. I poured so many hours and years of my life into these consoles, so they should at least have the privilege of being out on display. I have obviously my consoles at the back, the weirder games that I've got kind of at the back there, as well as some plates. Again, some of the weirder games at the back there. Either way, I really love the way it's looked. So I have this box, so you'll see what I've done with them, but that is part of half of my Lego Dimensions collection, very packed neatly, because I am trying to fit them in here as well, because I love Lego Dimensions, I love Lego, so there's that. Here you can see this is part of my Switch collection. So this is basically now the limited edition section, which is pretty much full, but I can still kind of work with. It has a few obviously novelty bits, so like this over here, but this is the limited edition collection bit. So this has a lot of the weird games, so I love it. So again, I felt like my Switch collection wasn't getting enough love. It's something that I really adore at the moment, so I moved all the shelves around. It took me 2 whole days, but I'm so happy with it. This is the normal Switch side. So again, I've got some limited editions, and I've got the really key things that I love on show. So Splatoon headset, Zelda obviously back there, Octopath Traveler, that is the book version, I adore it. See, this is Disgaea 5. I've got my Game & Watch colour screen, and I've got my Zelda Link's Awakening remastered. So that is really cool. Obviously I've got all the standard games at the back, and it does leave space and room to add more, which is important. Up here is now PC. So I don't have many PC games because we had a shit computer when I was a kid, and my parents wouldn't upgrade it until the damn thing, my dad took it to the computer guy, and the guy was like, how this hasn't exploded, I don't know. So true story. Then we got a new computer. I was out of secondary school by that point, and it was no damn use. This is originally the Windows 98 computer, like, games pad that I got, that I don't even know if I got a disc with or anything, but I could never make it work. Either way, this is my PSP collection. Again, PSP is a very small side of collection in here, but I have got most of the games that I want. If I find them cheap, I don't mind adding them to my collection, but I'm not going to go overboard on it. I had a PSP, but for a very brief time. It's something I purchased myself, and whilst it was fun having basically a PlayStation on the go, they're not the best consoles. They're very finicky, and the games are actually atrocious in the sense that if you've never seen a PSP game, they're very easy to break. Up here is basically what I've adapted to our Xbox One collection, our Xbox 360 collection, and then this teeny tiny bit over here, which is original Xbox. I didn't have an original Xbox, but I did have an Xbox 360, and honestly, the amount of games that I've got are actually ridiculous. This is a game that someone gave me without a box, so, and it's also Grand Theft Auto, so I don't give a toss about it, because I don't like Grand Theft Auto. I dropped the teddy. Either way, we have a lot of games. Maybe 10% of the 360 games are my partner's, all the Xbox games are mine, and all the Xbox One games are mine. So as you can also see, I have my Little Nightmares figure out on display again, which I love. We actually managed to get my other half's 360 out, so he has a I can't even get the Gears of War controller, which is good. This here, I have nowhere else to put it, but they are some of my favourite amiibos, so they are out. Obviously, I've got my Xbox One controller, which is Kingdom Hearts based, and this controller, which is my Dawn Shadow one, which is worth money. I don't know why, but it is. I'm picking the teddy up. Yes, I have novelty to everywhere. So working my way down again This is my PlayStation 4 collection. So this is mainly, I don't know actually, probably 50-50. 50-50 his, 50-50 mine. But either way, I've got some obviously key ones. So this is out on display. I've got 2 Vita games. I've got these, Kingdom Hearts Yo-Yo, his extra controller. So down here, then I have my Game Boy and Game Boy Color and Psp Collection. So the Game Boy is something that I adored, spent many years on, and it needed a bit of revamping. So this is now all Game Boy. Obviously this is Game Boy, and then in this tiny little section here is my Super Nintendo. So yeah, it's not too bad. I have got only a few games, hence why I put them there. Then I move to here. Then I have basically my Wii and Wii U collection. My Wii U collection is very petite, but my Wii collection is massive. I have weird stuff like the doll and the Zapper and Mickey controllers. I also have Project Zero out on display. This is very hard to find, and in limited edition like this is even harder to find, and is ridiculous money. I think at the moment, or at least when I put the Wii U video up, this actually for some reason I seemingly could download it for free on my Wii U, and if that is the case and you have a Wii U, please go and check, because this is a really good game and is really expensive. I've never personally downloaded it. I've always had it purchased, always from day one, so I would 100% say go and do that. Then moving a shelf down here, you will see I have the N64 Collection, which is over there. I don't have many N64 games. I'm not overly nostalgic about it. I wanted the Pikachu Pokemon console because that's what I wanted as a child, and obviously my parents did get me a PlayStation 2, so it was one of those things. It was one or the other, and I was happy with my PlayStation 2. I have the dropouts of the Game Boy stuff. So my Game Boy actual collection is all here. I have an N64 cart soap that I got for Christmas one year. And then over here is my Game Gear collection, and I have quite a few Game Gears games. That is nostalgia for me. The girl up the road had a Game Gear. I really wanted one to play Sonic, but never was lucky enough to get one. Again, I had a Game Boy and I was very lucky to have a Game Boy. So down here is our Gamecube collection and our Sega Mega Drive collection. So the Mega Drive games are 90% my partner's. They are all his legit old original games that he had as a child. So the ones I had, I agreed to basically get rid of because I don't want duplicates of a ton of games to keep. Instead, we kept his games because they were his nostalgic childhood. There are odd games in there that are mine, but they are mostly his. The GameCube is completely mine, and we have some really dodgy controllers with like Darth Vader on because they are fake controllers. But either way, they work, and I'm not paying for controllers. So down here is my PS2 collection. I have some weird controllers. I have some weird add-ons and stuff, but I love the PS2, so that's why I wanted it. Obviously, we have got the iToy. I have every iToy game, because iToy was my thing. I freaking loved washing windows, bitch. Genuinely. If you get the reference, you get the reference. I'm going to just flip this chair back because this is like a chair stool thing and it's a pain. There we go. So over here, we have my other half's original Yu-Gi-Oh collection. Some Pokemon cards that we pick up whenever I go to a boot sale. If I see Pokemon cards or a charity shop, I buy them. And they end up there. And they live there forever. I'll probably sell them one day, but hey, hey. Here we have my Xbox. So this is an original Xbox Crystal with the original Xbox Crystal controller. This came from our private friend that actually sells games for a living. So over here we have some Kingdom Hearts, Sora, Donald and Goofy figures. So these are pops. We don't really do pops. There's an odd one we do, and this was one that we wanted to do. So I'm going to move this. This is our PlayStation collection. Again, I'm nostalgic for PlayStation because I had PlayStation 2, but PlayStation 1 games worked on it. So it was amazing. So yeah, Either way, it's awesome to have certain ones. I do have duplicates, but that's because one was mine and one was my other half's, but one was a platinum version and one was an original version. So we kept it. As I stand up, this hasn't really changed, but I have managed to get a few things extra out. So these are all DVDs up here, but I do have my Super Nintendo or Super Advance, basically arcade sticks. I have a few Ni no Kuni items that are quite nice there. I obviously have a few of the plug and play games. I have Darkwing, which is ridiculous. I have no idea, like, I've never seen this before, but I adore it. So this is a peripheral that came out on the PlayStation 2. It's weird as, and it has punching. It's a punching game that you put gloves on with wires. It's weird. Either way, I love the fact it was weird. Then the main thing to say is I spent hours on this. So now I have my Resi games up and out the way, but everything basically looks so much nicer along here. It all fits. This side again, you'll see my Amiibo collection hasn't changed. Luigi and Mario haven't changed. Yes, I put twinkle lights up. Up here again, I've reworked it so everything fits better, and I've got stuff out the loft. I've got stuff safely away now where I'm happy. That is half of my Lego Dimensions collection. The other half is in the box, and I have checked my collection. I only need 3 different figures, and then I've got the lot, which is amazing. This is still our figure collection, and this is where you see the tip. So that is clean laundry that I folded that needs to go away tomorrow, but the boys are asleep, so that and that stuff is for their birthday, because they have obviously we've got twins and they are going to be 3 in March, God help us. And then if I move this chair, you can see here, so this is what I've done. It looks a mess, don't come for me, I'm still working on this room. So now what we've got out is our 360. So that's my other half 360 and my Xbox One. We have the Super Nintendo out with the adapter for the Game Boy games so I can play those. And the Wii U we have attached to here so I can play the Wii or the Wii U on here. And if you can see back there, behind that, we have actually got my other half's Nintendo Switch dock attached to the TV also, so then we can do that. We do pay for our TV license in the UK, so we do have an aerial, so it makes this room just actually accessible. And if and when lockdown actually finishes and I have friends over, or my other half has friends over, and we are happily wanting just to not sit in the same room, we can use it as a working, functioning room. Obviously we do still have my other half's Marshall in here with my little guitar, altar bridge, and some bits to go up, but we're getting there, and I just really wanted to show you guys kind of the room. But let me know what you think of the changes I've made. It did honestly take about 2 to 2.5 days, so yeah, let me know what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe. So I'll see you later. So